Well, I can feel the breeze blowing, storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page life is about to appear. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, and if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend Mike, he's your man. Then he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here at Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation Pride.
All right, good evening, everybody. It's Monday night, talking tropics. What's happening? And we are down to 2 seconds. 2, 1, off. Took me a week, but I figured out the clock. So yeah, somebody just said they're memorizing the words. I know, man. We are almost in Halloween week talking tropics. It's like nonstop. It started in May, and here it is October. And we have not had a break. And you know what? We have something else cooking towards the beginning of November. Can you believe that? Linda, good point. We'll change the words. What's up, Kim? Hey, Cindy, Hurricane. Yep. This is Louisiana's 47th cone of the year. Hey, Telford Holmes, how's it going? What's up, Linda? Yeah, I am tired. I do great in the morning. I love the morning sessions. Man, it's a long day, man. I start doing life begins for me early, and by the end of the night, what's up, Leonard? John Wayne, still wear my shirt, man. My CERT shirt. What's up, Sonia? Yep, Groundhog Day, Tammy Harvick. Can you believe it? So here we go. What's cooking? All right, Charles. We're going to talk about that. I don't know yet. So we had a great dinner. We were supposed to go watch my cousin's softball game tonight, and Jessica, I did not get a package. Maybe I got a package. I don't know. I didn't look. I didn't look today. I didn't check the mail today. So if I did, Jessica, if I got a surprise, then we'll look at it in the morning. So thanks. Maybe if I got it. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Time change, blue moon, Halloween, hurricane, all in 1 week. Yep. You're in your beachfront, Courtney, and Cancun. Well, there you go. Look at this. Hurricane Zeta. You say Zeta, I say Zeta. Getting awfully close to Cozumel and the Yucatan. Hurricane warnings are up. Winds are up. 80 mile an hour. Pressure's down to 981. Storm is slowly developing still. And we're definitely going to have a hurricane there in the Yucatan tonight. Windy night. 80, 85 mile an hour hurricane expected. So we'll show you that. This is current look. Hurricane hunters are heading back down. And we'll see what they find. So you're welcome, Jennifer. Oh, out for delivery. All right, well, maybe the doorbell will ring. We were doing a live one time, remember, and I got wings delivered. So we had a really good dinner tonight. We stopped by Big Storm Brewery, and yes, I had to have a Bromosa. I am cautiously drinking Hurricane Hunter because I heard demand is 20 times higher than supply. So I'm afraid to drink it tonight. So I'm saving my Hurricane Hunter just in case. But look at this. Look at this picture. I did post this picture. I have to share something pretty cool. So we went to Big Storm. Great restaurant, by the way. But look at this. This is the coolest thing ever. So I took Emily in to check out Big Storm Brewery and where the beer is made. And we turned a corner, and they have shirts. And of course we brought Hunter. So Hunter did a photo op, totally just there to eat dinner tonight, but they had shirts, and he was a hit. So yeah, it is empty. Greg, look. No captions tonight? Oh, that's not good. Not sure why. Let me take a look. I think, let's see, Creator Studio. Let me see. Should be captions. Do we have captions? I don't know. Take a look. I don't even know where I got to go. I don't even know where we go for that stuff. They change your stuff all the time. So if we don't have captions, I apologize. There should be captions. So we'll see. So we got the supporter questions. We're going to do that at the end. Oh, it was delivered, Jessica. All right. Getting hammered already. Power poles down. Storm surge is wild. Dean, yeah. Well, it sounds like it. Okay, you have captions, Jackie. Good. So, yeah, stormy night. So our buddy Josh Morganman's down there, by the way. Josh, Category 5, Hurricane Man. It's all over the news. He is down there. Josh Morganman. He's chasing Zeta. So I'm going to try to drink my Bermosa. So before it kicks in, we should be done. And I am tired. Tonight's going to be a tired night. All right. So as always, big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits right here. They help sponsor our Drunk Donkey Nation here at Mike's Weather page. A couple years now. Great folks. They are taking phone calls. People are saving their orders of Hurricane Hunter IPA. So you can check them out. And hopefully they'll save you a case when they get it in. The trucks are shipping currently. Fingers crossed, everybody will get it. So, all right. So hey, Melissa, yes, that's a big question. Am I going Chase? I don't know. We just found out Emily's softball game got canceled tomorrow night. I can't believe it. One of the kids on the other team got corona, or somebody on the team, so they had to cancel her softball game. So now I'm thinking, I was thinking about leaving right after her game and actually just drive. It's 8 hours away. I don't even know why. People out want me to go, I'm going to go. Hey, SV, Second Chance Sailing. Yeah, I hear it's really good. I'm not a beer guy, but I am a beer guy. I'm a Miller Lite guy, so I'm pretty easy. But I've heard the reviews are phenomenal. So there's a chance that I'm going to be streaming. There's a chance. Small chance. That was a very interesting week for sure. All right, let's take a look at the current stuff. All right, so NAC update a lot of stuff. So we'll show you all that. So who am I, by the way? I'm Mike's Weather page. I'm not any official information. Go to your National Weather Service or National Hurricane Center. Don't take any advice from me if I give any advice. Not an official source information. So Rachel Terry, nope, Phil's got to work his real job. It stinks. What's up, Mike? Hey, Michael. I don't know yet. Evelyn, it's not everywhere. They just started shipping it. So TJ, yeah. So here we go. Let's talk about the storm. I'll try to look over here. But here's what we got. So storm is strengthening. The latest advisory has it at 80 miles an hour. Let's see. The Hurricane Hunters are out there right now. Let's see. They're going to have a new 8 o'clock advisory. They just had it posted. Let's see what they said. 7 p.m. intermediate advisory just came out. Winds are now 80 mile an hour. Pressure 983. Landfall is expected in a few hours along the Yucatan In a few hours, winds are 80 mile an hour, so no big strengthening yet. So landfall expected in the next few hours. So it's maintaining itself. That was just posted a couple minutes ago. So landfall Zeta is expected a few hours along the Yucatan Peninsula. Hurricane warnings are up. Winds are still at 80. And pressure's at 983. So it's hanging on. Here's one graphic that just got released today. This is your storm surge potential map. 4 to 6 foot here, Dauphin Island to lower Louisiana. So no huge numbers yet, but 4 to 6 foot. We got 1 to 3 foot all the way down to Yankeetown, Yankeetown in Florida, and Intercoastal City in Louisiana. So there's your surge. Surge maps updated. Of course, if we do get any stronger system, surge will obviously increase. But there is the current surge. All right, that's on the website. The current track, let's take a look at that real quick. We're going to have a new track update at 11. Here is the latest, just to kind of show you where it's going through the Yucatan. Tonight, winds are starting to reach the coast now, but tomorrow, here's what we got. We got watches are up now. The watches are put out 48 hours before landfall. The warnings are put out 36 hours. So maybe at 11 o'clock tonight we'll actually see hurricane warnings up. We're under watches right now. Big section here in the Mississippi, all the way to Biloxi to the line. Anything in pink is under hurricane watch. Likely to be a warning maybe tonight at 11 o'clock. And winds are supposed to be at 80 mile an hour on landfall. So they did bump up the winds a little bit. Lena, yeah, I hear you. Not sure what we're going to do yet. Pensacola, well, you're in the cone. Listen, a lot of Pensacola questions. A lot of Pensacola questions. So, listen, I say it every time. Anybody in the cone has a chance to get the eye of the storm, according to the NHC. So, Pensacola, you're in the cone. Now, yes, heavily weighted eastern system, as always. So, no matter where the eye goes, a lot of the activity is going to be on the eastern side. Okay? We've seen this with Delta. We saw it with Sally. We see it with every sheared system. So our system's going to be bringing in squally weather through the day Wednesday into Thursday, even Thursday morning as our system pulls away. Showed that this morning a lot. So even when our system's way up here, we're still going to be seeing storm clouds and stormy squalls following behind. We always call that the tail. The tail. But hey, thanks, Chastity. Impacts of New Orleans. Well, you're under a hurricane watch. Could be a hurricane warning come 11 o'clock. That's, we have surge estimates out. We have rain estimates out already. We have, the cone. So, individual forecasts are going to be really hard depending on, where we see this thing set up. Now, the latest spaghetti models, let's take a look at this. All right, so the 18Zs are still out. We'll get 00Z spaghetti models soon at 9 o'clock. But here's the latest trends on spaghetti models. Extremely tightly clustered here. Rarely, do you get this much cluster. So confidence is pretty high. Again, like I said this morning, I'm not going to go on crazy whims and say, Panama's going to take a direct hit, or, Houston's going to take a direct hit. Well, we don't have any models right now suggesting that. So confidence is extremely high. We have high pressure building in over Florida. That is the steering mechanism right now. In fact, you can see that a few different places, but the steering currents, very, very well defined, high pressure over Florida. I showed earlier we're going to be in the 90s tomorrow over Florida. That means that we have high pressure locked in over Florida, guaranteeing this west-northwest turn. no steering currents now from the south. That's why our system's accelerating to the north. And we have that big dip in the jet stream coming down midweek that's going to turn our system north and then northeast. So that confidence is pretty high. The ensembles are starting to tighten up with our tracks, and you can see that here with the latest Euro. Last night we had a couple stray Euros all the way to Texas state line, but now we're not seeing any. So again, Panhandle to middle Louisiana, pretty well locked in, even on the ensembles of the Euro. Intensity's kind of up on the Euro. I'm going to show you some individual models. The NAC is a little more conservative than some of the models. I'm going to show you our favorite H-Wharf continues a 970 millibar system, and so I still believe the potential is there for a little bit stronger system than what the NAC is showing. And I'll show you that more. Let's see, the GFS ensemble is very tightly clustered here. You just don't get even ensemble when the ensembles agree to this extent. Then we're pretty much things are pretty cut and dry on that. So the big question we got is intensity. And again, the eastern side is what you got to focus on as we get these storms coming in off of the Gulf. So just like Sally, Pensacola, Florida Panhandle got a lot of action, even though it wasn't in the focus of Sally. So that's something to remember. Your rain map, you're going to have your isolated 4 to 6 inches. Nothing in the orange. Orange is 6 to 10. That's because it's going to be a fast mover, fast moving system. Not going to linger. Lingering systems create a lot of rain. We're not going to get that. So at least for the most part, it's not going to be a huge flooding event. There will be isolated areas of rain training that always happen where you get a constant flow of rains. But those are impossible to pinpoint. But for the most part, it's not going to be a rainy flooding event. So that's good. Hurricane names, Tetra, it's a big, they meet once a year, a big worldwide group that meets, and they alternate names every 6 years. When we get a serious storm that actually gets retired because, of damages or deaths, they'll retire the name and they'll replace it. But generally the names repeat themselves. I don't know when we go into, how often they get repeated, but you'll notice some of the names get repeated. So, all right, C. Johnson, no big deal for the Bama coast. Well, I don't know. I hate this time of year with storms because here's a good track. People tend to turn hurricane season off in October, and a lot of other things going on in the world right now. People aren't talking about hurricanes. Here's the latest hurricane model from Tropical Tidbits, still hanging on 984, so no deepening. That's good news. We don't want to see any last-minute deepening. Now, I was checking out the vorticity maps. We're not completely stacked right now. The winds are definitely kicking, but the 850 is definitely detached from the middle layers. So it's got good amount of spinach on the 850, but look, 500 is still tilted down southeast. So we don't have perfect stacking yet, indicating maybe a little bit of shear going on. So not a perfectly set up storm yet. That's why we're not seeing any rapidly intensifying system. So that's good news. Here's another look here at Weather Nerds. This is pretty high convection. Not a lot of lightning. Again, not indicating any rapid intensification. So it's kind of maintaining itself. Obviously the question is going to be what happens on the other side of the Yucatan when it gets down in the Gulf. And we're starting to see a few of the models showing that possibility. Let's go to Tropical Tidbits here and look at our favorite model, the H-Wharf, who's done very well this year. The H-Wharf showing maintaining itself on the Yucatan approach, but it actually starts to deepen it here in the middle Gulf. Brings it down in the 960 range and maintains 965 Wednesday night. And that's a pretty considerable hurricane. So The NHC is saying it's going to peak around 80, 85 on landfall. The latest H-Wharf, the 18Z H-Wharf, showing a little stronger than that. So that's kind of the trend I was showing earlier. The Euro a little stronger. Anything in the 970 is possibly category 2. So some of the shear that we've been watching, the steering mechanisms and what could actually help hinder any development. A couple days ago we showed this. It does appear that the shear is not, possibly all the shear that we have in the Gulf. Whoops, I do that every time. The shear appears to be backing up towards our front, the big dig in the jet. So the question mark is, maybe the shear, as we see so many times, it's so hard to predict, but maybe the shear is going to stay, low enough to allow this strengthening that some of the models are showing. That's kind of what's happening. The models are split on whether or not we're going to see any more, big time strengthening on approach. So the latest Euro showing 970 range on approach, and this one only goes out 24-hour increments, but even the latest Euro showing 970. So 970 is, borderline category 2. Euro's yet to talk about. Let's go to the 18Z. I don't know. Let's see, 6 o'clock. We might get the 18Z Euro. Let's see. The Euro might have run here. Let's take a look. 18Z. Yep. So the latest 18Z is keeping it. 968, 962. Wow. All right. So let's zoom in a little more on that. So here's the latest 18Z. This one just ran. This is the most model sites only show 12Z00Z. There you go, David. There you're right up on me, buddy. So latest H-Wharf in the 960s, latest Euro 962. That's pretty significant. So again, NHC is keeping this at 75, 80 miles an hour. They're downplaying it a lot. They're not really showing you this. But I think they're going to have to bump up their intensity or at least discuss it. When you have H-Wharf, it's done phenomenal this year, showing you 960. And it's been consistently 970, 960. The environment, I showed a lot this morning. I'm not going to, we're not going to go into everything I do in the mornings, but the Gulf temperature is definitely warm enough to maintain a stronger hurricane. The waters, the discussion about the waters being cold, Epsilon developed into a major hurricane in the Atlantic with cool water. Okay, so did Florence. So I don't believe all that hype about cold water. I think the fact that the shear is relaxing ahead of this front, which it was always kind of theorized to do, is allowing this to happen. So, not a forecast, but man, 960 millibar could be pretty dicey. I hope it doesn't materialize, but that would be irresponsible not to discuss this. So 962 is borderline inching into the 3 range here. So we'll see what they say. Linda, I agree. A lot of it has to do with what happens to the Yucatan. Yucatan's flat. Yucatan's not known to tear systems apart. All right, so latest GFS. Let's take a look at that. The 18Z. Let's take a look at that. I haven't looked at that yet. 18Z GFS. Let's see what it was. And then we'll say, hey, we got 3 decent models this close to landfall, kind of predicting the same thing. Here's temperatures. We don't care about temperatures. How do I get to dew point? Oh, that's right. We can go here. We can go to 850 wind. This will show me pressure at least. All right, so the latest GFS right around 981. So not too much stronger than it was before. So 981, the latest GFS. Still borderline Cat 2 for sure. So latest GFS, there's the lower tip of Louisiana. The earlier run, let's take a look at that. 12Z was, let's take a look, was 978. So it's been hovering around 980. So there's a couple of them, you know, just something to think about. The icon, let's take a look at the icon. These doesn't give a track, 982, 981. So yeah, it's still significant, you know. Hurricane very likely for the upper Gulf. That was, you know, yesterday they weren't even saying, a day ago they were just saying tropical storm. Now they're saying hurricane. So you can, the intensity is already bumped up. And of course, our trusty H-Wharf here. Let's take a look at that real quick on a different site, and then we'll show you how what it would look like radar wise. Here's here's our latest H-Wharf, 964, pretty low, 964 millibar, and simulated radar. So as we go into landfall, just for an example, here's Thursday overnight. This would be nearing daylight hours Thursday morning. Look, here's that tail right here. All this is going to still be pushing up Panhandle. So as our system moves away, all this energy is still going to be coming up. That's that tail of the storm that we talk about a lot. So we'll see tornado watches. We'll see warnings. All that stuff that we see. We'll see Storm Prediction Center start to show increased. They're not showing it now. Yeah, they're starting to a little bit. There we go. This is Wednesday into Thursday. So they're already discussing it. So risk for damaging winds and tornado is possible over the Central Gulf Wednesday night. And then as we get to day 4, they'll definitely expand that to day 3. This is only day 3. So this will expand for day 4, guaranteed. This is only Wednesday. So it'll also be somewhere down here on Thursday. Hey, Fiona, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know who operates that. It's just one of those bazillion hurricane models. Christopher, the Florida high, extremely high pressure. I showed it earlier, but you know, 90 degrees through the whole state of Florida the next couple of days. Very hot. 100-degree heat index. How wide is the system? Leonard, man, good night, buddy. 3 in the morning. It was 350 miles earlier. Let's take a look at it tonight. It's probably about the same. It was about 350. Let's take a look. This is on weathernerds.org. You got a little measure tool here. There's 309, 315. Might have tightened up a little bit. 335. So I'd say 325 to be safe. 325. Anywhere from 300 to 350. Alejandro Acosta. Well, they got 80-mile-an-hour winds right now, and it's gonna be fast moving. So they'll have some rain. We could probably get some wind reports right now. Somebody just reported in and said they already got power lines down. So we do have some wind alert maps here starting to show the winds coming in. So nothing too bad yet. They do turn off their sensors, Shay was telling me, closer to landfall. So sometimes we really won't know the extent. This is kind of the path our system's taking right here. So we don't have these on right now, so we don't really know. But we've got 28, 21. Nothing showing up too severe right now. But it is on approach. Still out there. And the current wind field, you can get a good look here. The NAC's actually got a good wind field here. You just kind of see it. So here's kind of where we're at. Tropical storm force winds starting to come up. So in the hurricane winds do not extend out far at all. Let's take a look at that. Let's see. So 25 miles. So hurricane force winds extend out 25 miles, and tropical storm force winds extend out 115. So Billy, yeah, Josh Morgan's down there right now. Landfall, Tracy looks like late Wednesday night. The Euro was a little slower. Let's see what an 18Z was at. Euro was a little slower than everybody else. More Wednesday night, maybe overnight. But let's see what the latest showed. It is showing a little more overnight hours, actually. So Euro is a little bit slower than everybody else. Euro's showing more overnight. This is the latest 18Z. But 962 is pretty darn strong. Pretty strong. The winds, 10-meter winds. We could be looking at 90 knots, which is 100 plus mile an hour. These are 10-meter winds, supposed to be more surface winds. But as you can see, even with a Louisiana landfall, this sucker's moving northeast. So you're going to still see effects going into Mississippi and Alabama along the coast. So it's gonna shoot across New Orleans area, and again the surge. If this thing is a Category 2, we're gonna have to worry about things like surge. Surge values are going to increase, and we're going to start to see more surge increase. Category 2, definitely be a lot more surge involved. So these are things the NHC is going to have to start weighing out the models here pretty soon. And see exactly if they're going to bump the intensity up at 11 o'clock. Most of the intensity models are kind of stagnant. We're getting a few now bump up a little higher. I don't always go all in with those. Sharon, yeah, listen, there is other stuff in the Caribbean. I'm not even going to talk about it tonight. We'll talk about it in the morning. Oh, look at that, Betty. You got your beer? Sell it. I hear it's a hot item. Oh, Bruce, I love that. I can't, Bruce, I can't repeat that, but that's funny. Whitney, yeah. So yeah, I might be hitting you up, Whitney. We might be heading out there with you. Matthew Phillips, I don't know. That's a good question. They come out usually every week, the Global Tropics Hazards Map. And here's a little trick on that Global Tropics Hazards Map. They have an updated one. Usually it's Monday. Usually on Mondays. But if you click the link here, CPC Prediction Center, right underneath it, right here. There's an updated one that just came out. This came out the 24th. So they don't update the main one. They just they post an updated one, and the updated one is showing obviously now our system here, but it's also increasing our system down here. This is what we'll talk about this more in the morning. But the first part of November, yes, there is a November possibility storm down in the Caribbean, being picked up by a lot of models. So, anyway, whose birthday? Shelly. Oh, that's right. Shelly's birthday is coming up. Go Tampa Bay. Yeah, Tampa Bay Rays. Oh, my God. We got a big game tomorrow. Big game tomorrow. Cold weather, Matt. No cold weather coming, buddy. It's the front. The front is stalling out for the peninsula. Halloween's going to be cool for everybody in the planet but Gainesville South. The next name after Zeta is ETA. So you might ask what the ETA is on ETA. I don't know. Shelly, that's way too far away to even be thinking about that. So yeah, don't cancel plans November 8th. All right, so I had some questions. That was one of the questions, Michael. So we had Shelly put out some supporter questions today. We said we'd answer like 10 of them. So I got a couple of them here. So Paul Celia, I assume, he says, what's driving these very specific paths for the storms this year? What are the constants? Well, honestly, one, it's extremely bad luck. It reminds me of 2004 when we had all of our action here. But we have been talking a lot about high pressure over Florida. And that seems to be the dominating feature on systems going up into the Gulf. That is the one thing, at least protecting the west coast of Florida, is this high pressure system. So high pressure has been more of a constant this year that's been allowing more systems to, stay off the Florida, at least west coast, and driving them up into the Gulf. So that's really it. Other than that, it's just luck. Bad luck. Amy Edwards asks, as center goes through New Orleans, what is the worst potential impact? Well, again, New Orleans is a tricky forecast because center, any paths to your east obviously reduces surge tremendously on the west side. So, depending on that final path, right now we're looking at a potential path right over New Orleans, and that's gonna maintain our surge coming in. So, I think the bottom line of your question is, any thoughts steering last second? I think the trends of this system, it seems like a stronger developing system would trend more to the east than the west. We're not seeing any model fluctuations right now. So, but again, if the center goes through New Orleans, you're going to be dealing with the strongest amount of winds. I mean, I think I'm reading your question. I was a little confused with your questions, but the worst effects on a center going through New Orleans more than anything. Obviously, the core of the system. Look at these predicted wind gusts here from the Euro. So this is the current track the Euro is predicting. But look at these wind gusts, 119 miles an hour. Now the Euro is a little high, but it's been very consistent. This is the 12Z. This isn't even the 18Z. The 18Z is a little stronger. So, here's New Orleans. So a direct center punch to New Orleans is twofold. I mean, you got potential winds, and you have the counterclockwise surge coming in. So if it shifts to your east, a lot of these heavy winds obviously miss you, but you still have some surge to worry about coming in as the storm rotates by. So hope that kind of made sense. I don't know. But these are pretty hefty winds on the Euro predicted. Wind gusts. Fiona asked about hurricanes hitting at night. Is there anything anecdotal observations of why they're at night? Nope, that's a 50-50 chance. It seems like this year we've had a lot of nighttime. There's really nothing scientific about nighttime, daytime. It just seems that way. Amanda wants to know about the La Nina MJO. Well, the MJO is, we talk about it a lot. I hope I don't sound like a broken record, but it's a pulse of energy that goes through the atmosphere. It cycles through every 45 plus minus days. Green is convective energy, and yellow is sinking air energy. So basically, anytime you have green, and here's the Central America, United States. So the first part of November, we're going to be in an enhanced stage of the MJO. It basically allows uprising of air. Uprising, favorable environment allows thunderstorm activity. And when you have that, you tend to get more thunderstorms pop and develop. When you're in a sinking air pattern, which is the yellow and oranges, it suppresses thunderstorm activity, kind of dries the atmosphere up, and it makes it harder for thunderstorms to rise. So generally speaking, when you're in an enhanced stage of the MJO, you get a better chance for thunderstorms, which helps kickstart tropics. And La Nina basically extends the hurricane season a little bit for us because it reduces the amount of shear in the atmosphere. And bottom line, anytime you have reduced shear in the atmosphere, it enables thunderstorms to form. And I have some shear maps here showing how, on average, during the Caribbean, we've been way below vertical shear. So typically, your shear is here. In La Nina years, your shear is a little bit less. So anytime you have less shear, Better chance for hurricanes. Let's see. Jennifer Chambers wants to know, have I always been interested in weather? Yes, it began in 2004 for me more than anything because we were living through Charlie and I couldn't find anything on the internet. And it kind of came from that out of nowhere. In fact, I can't read my chat, so sorry, I'm reading email. I'm reading the emails that Shelly sent me. So I got a couple more questions, then I'll read questions. But yeah, and then my grandfather apparently tracked storms. My dad was a big weather nut. All guys are weather nuts. So, 2004, I became obsessed with weather because I was trying to find weather links. So that was my year that I started really get into it. Linda wants to know if we're ever going to order from Pizza Hut again. Yes, because my daughter likes stuffed crust. And they can't, not only anybody else sells stuffed crust that delivers. So yeah, we'll give them another chance. Maybe. So Evelyn wants to about Rays. Go Rays. Let's see. Any more shifts expected, Jennifer? Well, honestly, I can't see any major shifts. When you have spaghetti models, so this line here, does he have forecasts on this one? Yeah, official. So Levi's site has, the black lines are official. And over the years, we would see, maybe a tick shift to the west. Maybe a tick. So over the years, we would have the black lines, the official line, which right now is red. And just a rule of thumb, if you see spaghetti models starting to cluster, one side more than the other, you could say arguably that the NHC is going to go down the middle. So technically, we could see a tick shift to the west. The NHC cone, so the latest, and we'll see in about 20 minutes, we'll get the 00Z models come out. We'll be able to see that. And we can also see it here on the Southwest Florida Management site. The official is red. They're so close together you can't even they're very tight. So I mean, when we talk shifts, we're only talking like tiny shifts. Even, like I said, showed earlier, even the ensembles. When I see ensembles really spread, and I see, but we're not seeing that at all. Even the UK, who hasn't been that great this year, is pretty solid. It's actually, well, it is solid because we don't have any in Texas, but so maybe a tick to the west. We'll see. Jennifer, yes, heavily. Jennifer Knight wants to know: are we still looking at heavy east side effect? Yes. Sheared system always has a lot of action to the east side. Lots of action to the east side, and we'll actually. You know what? We might be able to see 90-hour forecasts now from the NAM. Now that we are maybe within 90 hours. Let's see. Let's see if the NAM's picking it up yet. Hold on. Blah, blah, blah. Click fail. All right, let's go. I need NAM Cone US. This one right here. I thought that was one. There we go. All right, so we can see 90 hours. No, 60 hours. Darn it. Well, we're close enough. Okay, we might be able to. Let me go to southeast now. So here's the NAM. This will kind of give us an idea of what's happening. So Tuesday, all right, so tomorrow night at midnight. So tomorrow night at midnight, we're starting to see some, whoops, I went fast forward there. So tomorrow night at midnight, starting to see some storms build up from the Gulf. So we could possibly Wednesday morning start to see our first squalls 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Wednesday morning. And there's our system on approach. Starts to get really juicy 9 a.m. on Wednesday. And here's our band starting to set up. This is noontime on Wednesday. And the big stuff starts to hit 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Wednesday evening, according to the NAM, but that's pretty much consistent with everybody else. Here's overnight, Thursday, 1 a.m. So unfortunately, as our system makes landfall, obviously Wednesday evening, we're still going to have storm to deal with overnight. And this is 2 a.m. We could still see storms overnight. So So I would suspect Thursday night we'll see tornado watches up for a good chunk here overnight to watch out for them. All right, one more question. Sarah wanted to know the same thing. Sarah Craig, why is the Northern Gulf? Again, I think realistically it's just been high pressure more than anything. That's the one constant that's protected the Florida West Coast. But then we got our storm in November coming. Who knows? All right, so what else is good? Jillian, yes, it could make 2 landfalls. It could go to Louisiana. It could get back over the water. It could go into Mississippi, Alabama. Yes. It definitely could have 2 landfalls. Alexis, hey, how are you hanging over there? Today is Monday. So you got big winds, Alexis, coming, so be safe. Agua, how you doing? Charles, you got snow in Arizona today. Yes. Joan, yes, Florida Panhandle can definitely get some nasty weather. So we showed this morning. This is a very odd weather map. Look. So you split the country in half, right? We have winter galore, and we have tropics, and we have heat, record heat coming here, and then we have winter here. So it's the Great Divide. Big ice storm, winter storm coming across Texas, north. Draw a line, and we have hurricane warnings to come for the upper Gulf Coast. So that's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Eggnog season. Agua. Yeah, we have Halloween. So, I said it this morning when everybody's phones goes off here, maybe tonight at 11 when you're under a hurricane warning, it gets real. I guarantee people have no idea what's going on. Hey, Drina, I'm going to talk about that in the morning. I got to go. I can't. I'm about out of energy. But, there is tropics brewing the end of October, early November. I'm down in the lower Caribbean. Brittany, that's a good question. Officially, it's only supposed to be 80 miles an hour. I think that's a little bit conservative from what I'm seeing with models. So we'll see at 11 o'clock if the NHC ups their prediction. But the latest HWRF, the latest Euro, talking Category 2, very possible. So, anyway. All right, we'll be in the morning, Dottie. Anything else I can read? Storm in November, Matt? Yep. I'm no storm in November. Hashtag no storm in November. Yeah. That would be great, wouldn't it? Yeah, Tony, I'm good. Good day, long day. I did a lot of work on the website today, a lot of updating, a lot of talking. I'll be raring to go in the morning. These nighttime ones drain me. But we'll have all fresh data in the morning, all new 12Z models in the morning. We have an 11 o'clock advisory coming out. We have a 5 o'clock advisory coming out. That's like I said, the mornings are great because you get all kinds of fresh data. You have a brand new 11 o'clock advisory, a new 5 o'clock advisory. You have all new model runs overnight. Hurricane hunters are out there doing their thing right now. So they just took off probably. Let's see if they're out there yet. There's upper level air testing. Looks like they might have turned around. I think that happened earlier today too. Looks like they turned around. Didn't have any problems. Looks like they left and did a 180. So we'll have to find out about that. Hurricane hunters. They usually talk about it on Twitter. Oh, let's see. Anything new? Nope. Snow. It's snow up north. All right. Well, so we had a lot to watch. The all-important 11 o'clock advisory is coming out tonight. We'll see what they say. We'll definitely, if we don't have warnings tonight, you could bet $1 million at 5 a.m. we'll have warnings along the upper Gulf Coast. Hurricane warnings. Tammy, yep. Kids 5:45. Wake the kids up. Stevie, yep. You are under a hurricane watch. Could be a hurricane warning. Nope, no bed for me. I wait up till 11. Go Rays, Whitney. Yep. So, all right. Well, everybody be safe. I hope everything made sense. This is kind of like a little quickie. We stopped 51 minutes, though. That's a lot. So, yeah. So website's good and updated. I got everything going. The app's updated. You know, all this great stuff's online. You can stay up to date. Totally. I got all the graphics on here. You can watch landfall. You know, we're starting to get a fresh little pop of convection here. So the storm's definitely maintaining itself. You can follow along. I got the direct links here too from Weather Nerds. So we get a little blow up here on the backside, a little bit. So definitely trying to intensify some. You know, if we start getting in that 970 range of pressure, then you know, we definitely are looking at a stronger system. So all right. We will be here in the morning. I will update the 11 o'clock advisory here in a little bit. And Whitney got his Wendy's chicken sandwich. You're welcome, Lisa. Peace, brother James. Thank you, Shelly. Yes. Shelly printed up our supporter labels. The stickers will be mailed within a week or two. Finally, I know, but hey, it's free. Yes, thank you, Linda, for being on YouTube. Cantori is in the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Mississippi Gulf Coast. Hey, Bill, you got your Drunk Donkey shirt? You're welcome, man. Thank you. Tick West. I think, Patricia, we could see a little Tick West. Could see a little Tick West. I'm trying to find. I can't remember. Let's see. I don't know if I can put operational runs on this one or not. Let's see. I don't know if this shows current models or not. So, trying to find a really good one that shows current track with current models. So let's see. Let's see here. Let's see. Here's a couple of them. Not really what I wanted. I don't have it on there yet. I only have two on this one. Yeah. But might see a tick west. A tick. When I say a tick, we're talking like ticks. I said squirrel. Yeah, Jim. Hey, what's up, David? Big shout out to Carolina Storm Spotters. Please, I will look you up on Facebook. Carolina Storm Spotters. Let's take a look at them. Let's all like their page because they like us. There we go. There we go. Carolina Storm Spotters. Is that you? If it is, there you go. Cool. Icy, yep. Icy in Oklahoma. Big winter in Oklahoma for sure. A lot of winter videos coming out. Tornado watches. Yes, Linda, for sure. Listen. For sure. Tornado watches. We don't really have any really good high resolution models yet that go out that far. 36 hours. I think the H-Wharf 12Z only goes out 36 hours. Yeah. Might be able to go NAM. Let's see here. 60 hour. So let's go to Mississippi. And Mississippi is merged with Alabama. So let's see. Darn it. All right, so we got to go back. Model. Hold on a minute. Okay, Alabama, Mississippi. Let's see. Let's look at. So a couple parameters. This is Thursday night. I mean, definitely starting to see, supercell composite imagery showing this is Alabama, Mississippi. This is because our system's going to be, going here, and we're going to see this energy coming in off of the Gulf. So, even with a landfall to the west, Alabama, Mississippi, even the Florida Panhandle going into Thursday night, going into early morning Thursday morning, you could definitely see chances for storms. So I have a feeling it'll be a rough night, Thursday night, across the upper Gulf. But yeah, definitely possible. Lineman for hire, what's up? Hattiesburg, yep. Looks like it's coming very, 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 really close, man. Rupmo, La Nina is supposed to be more of a, colder out west, possibly, but warmer across the south and the east. Linda, for sure, tornado hurricane warnings are coming to parts of Louisiana, maybe at 11 o'clock. You can bet money on that. Pensacola, you're on the dirty side, just like Sally. Yes, expect nasty weather beginning Wednesday, going into Wednesday evening, and then for sure Thursday night. For sure. Amanda, where's that for? Thursday night, no. Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Wednesday night or Thursday night, this is going to be long gone. Did I say Thursday night? Excuse me. This is Thursday, 2 a.m. So all the talk about rough weather is Wednesday into Thursday, not Thursday into Friday. I always get confused sometimes saying that. So it's basically what's that? Let's see. Can I make an R out of that? So it's Wednesday. It's late Wednesday night, early Thursday morning, not Thursday night. So landfall's Wednesday evening, likely across the Louisiana coast. Possibly dark hours Wednesday, going in, Wednesday evening landfall. As the storm makes its way across, land, the tails are still going to be coming up early Thursday morning. Pensacola, you're actually in the cone. So if we go by the official wording of the NHC, you are at risk of a hurricane. Anybody in the 3-day cone is technically can have the center of the storm passing through you. So yes, Pensacola technically is in the cone of uncertainty, where so many folks have been this year, especially in Louisiana. So technically, Pensacola is in the cone, but not a hurricane watch. So hurricane watch likely will remain, unless this shifts a little bit to the east, then they'll put more of a watch warning possibly up into the Florida, Alabama state line. So there's not a lot of guessing here. The only thing I'm guessing is how strong it will be if we can reach 85, 90, 95 miles an hour, because a 960 millibar system is definitely not an 80 mile an hour hurricane. 960 is definitely stronger than 75 mile an hour. So they have to mention that at 11 o'clock. They have to mention the latest HWRF and the latest Euro. So cone. No, I'm good, Shelly. I will white lie and say I had 2 beers at dinner, and I think I'm rebounding now. I'm feeling energized. Hey Linda, where's Covington? I don't even know. Every show. What state's Covington in? I need to know. Don't know. There's a Covington, Kentucky, Georgia, and Washington. So if I do storm track, I'm probably going to drive. Didn't get my Jeep. It's only 8 hours. I did a little test tonight on my phone to where I can stream. By the way, did you see? There's our big storm in Hunter tonight. Getting a shirt. Lake Pontchartrain? Yes. Well, listen, hey, you're going to be, I mean, you guys are right there. I mean, I'm not seeing a big track change coming. Maybe a tick, like I said, to the west based on some of the latest trends. So we're not going to see major changes here, folks. The only question that we're seeing is we could see a little more strength developing. If we tick a little bit to the west, then Lake Pontchartrain is right there by cone of the eye. So anyway, but yeah, Tammy, yeah, he reached out. So we'll see. And we worked on a GPS tracker that we're going to be able to link my Google position so you guys can track along where I'm at if we do this. Because really, a lot of people like the idea of us streaming, their areas. We don't know if there's going to be evacuations yet or not. We'll know that once the warnings come out, maybe tonight. We'll see what the NHC says in about an hour. What they say. If there's any increase in intensity, then things get a little more real. So thanks, Martha. No worries. All right. Cool. All right. Well, listen, we'll be here bright and early in the morning. Promise. And we'll keep an ey on this. Watch it in real time. We got friends down in the Yucatan right now, and they're definitely experiencing 80-mile-an-hour hurricane. Luckily, the hurricane looks like it's stabilized a little bit, according to the latest NHC, before they went back home. They're heading home now, so at least we haven't seen any strengthening tonight. So we'll see what it does. We've been watching this together forever. And who posts as much as I do in live? That's what I challenge anybody. I go an hour and don't post, I feel guilty. That's pretty bad. Slidell, where the heck's Slidell at, Linda? I got to get my Louisiana. I could, well, here. This is the truth. This is what you'll see from. This is exactly what you'll see from the NHC or from weather. So you'll see this graphic like this, likely. And it'll spread. Holy crap, that's Atlanta. Let me slow down. I didn't know I'm going that far north. It'll be more like, probably like that. Likely. That's it. So it'll be like, that would be likely, like this, likely. And that one would be possible. And they'll extend out the possible to the east because of the east side effects. And that includes Pensacola. So that's my power outage expectations all the way through Hattiesburg. Fast moving system will not weaken very fast. Winds will not die down very fast. Shelly just messaged me a Jeep. I think her budget's higher than my budget, though. I'm a tightwad. I had no idea used Jeeps for so much money. I might as well just buy a new one. Damn things cost us $48,000. What are you talking about? Jeez, Shelly, crazy. Looks cool though. I like it. Blue. Wow. That's about 20,000 over what I wanted to spend. Oh, Alexandria shared it. It's beautiful. Yeah. Anyway. All right, cool. Good beans. If anybody's got any questions, seriously, message out Shelly or me. I'll try to get to it for the morning show. But things are pretty confident right now. I'm not feeling the need to do, my only question is if these 962, 968 pressure readings hold true. We live and die by the models. So far, the tracks are pretty locked in, so we're not seeing a big change in tracks. I mean, you're going to get little shifts 15, 20 miles. That's normal. No way you can predict that. My question is going to be, is it really only going to be 75 miles an hour? So that's what I'm saying. There you go. All right. See y'all in the morning. Cheers.